It's less. It's the Man Space Podcast. Take it away, fellas.
Thank you, voice girl. And once again, welcome to another edition of the Man Space Podcast. Now, I am Russ, and with me, as always, is my one and only co-host, Big Les.
What's up, my man? What's happening?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, man, just trying to, keep loving up on life, baby. Just keep loving up on life.
I hear you, man. We're coming off a nice long weekend, man. How was your holiday weekend?
Man, I work my other job.
Oh, okay.
Ain't no rest for the weary around here, brother. We get to the end.
I hear you.
I feel like I'm Jamaican. Without even being on the beach, bro. 15 job, man. 15 job, man.
I hear you, man. We finally took a little time off and got away for the weekend. Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, rode up to Baltimore and had a nice time up there and rode around the world to get back. But, it was good to go away.
Yeah, you get you some of them blue crabs while you're up there.
Man, I am not messing with those crabs, bro. No, I will eat crab legs. And most of the time, I don't even want those because that's too much work. Yeah. But I will not eat a whole crab. You cannot put that in front of me and sit there.
Why not?
Bruh, I don't do nothing with eyes looking back at me.
Oh, man. Just put your hand over the front.
Nah, man. Can't do it.
Oh, my God.
Bruh, so my nephew, we go to this little seafood buffet.
Oh, Lord. And
my wife comes back and she has whole fried shrimp, whole thing, eyes, whole body on there, right?
Oh, no.
So you just got to peel it.
Uh-huh.
So my nephew sees it, and so he decides to get the same thing. So he looks and he says, this one still has the eyes on it. I'm going to eat it.
Whoa.
Little Russ instantly turns away.
Uh-huh.
I start laughing because I'm looking at her.
Uh-huh.
And then like a minute later, Mrs. Russ says, oh no, baby, don't eat that. And his eyes get big. He's like, do you want me to spit it out?
Yeah, baby, put it in his napkin right here. Put it in his napkin. That's funny.
Oh my gosh, man.
That is funny right there, bro. He had already did it before he could even think about it. It was done. Oh, man.
Fortunately, he had not swallowed, but still.
Hey, well, at least it wasn't gonna kill him.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
At least it wasn't gonna kill him.
He looked right at it. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna eat it." Nah, bro. I couldn't stop laughing because of Little Russ's reaction, so I couldn't even react to him.
She didn't want no parts of it.
She wants no parts of it.
She didn't want no parts of that.
She instantly turned away. And I'm looking at her laughing.
Right.
So I'm not paying attention to him doing this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a minute after he says, I'm going to eat it, that Mrs. Russ finally responds, no, baby, don't do that. He's already got it in his mouth. It was about to go down for the count.
He was asking for permission when he said, I'm going to eat that. Yeah, he was looking for permission right then, and nobody said nothing. So he's like, okay,
I guess it's all right.
Oh, my God. So, but for everybody's information, how old is your nephew?
He is 10.
10.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he should know better, but yeah.
He hasn't been exposed to that kind of food before.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh, I think he's gonna like it though. I think he's gonna be all right going forward. He's gonna be all right. My man gonna be okay.
Man.
So I know y'all went someplace else.
We went up and watched the football game. We had a good time up there, despite our team losing, but it was all right. It was all right. Cuzzo played very well, showed his stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Here was the thing that really got me about being up there, man. And people wearing a mask in the stadium was very much in the minority.
Yeah. And they looked at you crazy.
Right. Because it's my family. All of us are together and we have on masks.
Right.
That's about it in the whole section we were in. And folks are yelling and screaming and spit flying out their mouth and high-fiving and hugging. And I'm just like, I
saw some of the game.
Yeah.
I'm not too excited about going places.
Yeah. It really kind of set off my anxiety up in there, man.
Yeah, man.
And on top of it, I mean, we watched the weather and it was supposed to be 81 degrees, but there was no shade on the side we were on.
Oh, so it was like 95, man.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm sitting there. Woo. I got sunburned in the face. Yeah. So that's now twice in a month that I've been on the sunburn side.
Man, SPF.
Yeah, I know. I need to start using it.
You still ain't gonna learn no lesson though. Huh?
I know, right? But it's starting to clear up. I have my shades on, so you can see the difference with my shades and my mask to the rest of my face. So you
had bikini marks across your nose,
right? And I had a ball cap on top of that, so you can.
So you got a light skin part, you got a dark skin 2-inch breed,
pretty much.
Hey, looking like a reverse raccoon. Oh, that's hilarious.
Man.
And little Russ was like that too, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
she was.
Two reverse raccoons running around in this universe now. Rocket Jr. That's what
But speaking of Little Russ, gotta wish her a happy birthday. Little Russ turns 21 tomorrow.
Oh my! How does the time fly, bro?
I know, man.
21.
21.
Wow. I need to just call her, make a bunch of crank calls. I think she'll appreciate that.
Yeah. I think that she'll put you on a block list.
She probably would. Hey, but I got 4 phones. She can't block everything, and I know how to do some other stuff. She better leave me alone.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Little Russ.
Happy birthday.
We're coming back from Baltimore, and it was getting late. So we decided to stop at a little fast food restaurant because we didn't feel like cooking dinner or anything, right?
Right. Well, Baltimore's a 10-hour drive. What you mean?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you should have stopped and ate something.
We got back. We were probably about 5 miles from the house at this point.
Right.
And we just didn't feel like cooking nothing. So we just stopped at a little fast food spot. We're going to grab something going into the house, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So get there. Both of us wanted this chicken sandwich.
Oh, Lord.
We out of all chicken products.
Every little bit.
Every chicken product. We're out of all chicken products.
Well, why the doors is open?
Right. So order something else. And so I said, all right, well, let me get a Diet Dr. Pepper. We out of Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm like, Lord. All right. Can I get a Sprite? We're out of Sprite. I'm like, Lord. So fast forward to today. I decide, I'm going to sit here and cook some chicken and make some chicken sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
So I made some coleslaw from scratch. Busted.
What? No.
Oh, yeah. It was busted. It was busted. Yeah, it was straight busting. It was straight busting.
That's that millennial in you coming out right now.
That's it, man. So I had the coleslaw in there, had the hot honey going across the chicken. Oh man. So
see, I already knew that you was gonna do something bougie to it.
Oh yeah, man. I'm like,
how you get the hot honey?
The hot honey. That's right.
Oh my God.
I mean, forget Popeyes, man. I make my own. So made up some onion rings and everything.
Oh, what?
Grabbed the
Look at
onion
you.
ring a little bit too quick.
Mm.
Bit
I'm
into
telling
that
you, threw
thing.
it right in.
Oh yeah, I bit into it.
Oh.
And that whole slip of onion fell across my
Across her lip. Hey, that's the worst sensation, ain't it?
It is, man. It is.
Bro.
And it's been a couple of hours since that happened,
Yeah.
and I'm still kind of feeling it.
Hey, I'll never forget one time when I was young, messing around. You know, I'm from the north, so we got White Castles, right?
Right.
And they got them onion chips.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, man, they good too, bro. I was fiending for them. I finally got my own. I was young then. I was still living with mom and dad. Got my own little thing, man, with the onion chips in it, bro. Told me it was hot. They hot. Don't you stuff it in your mouth. I ain't care. I threw one in my mouth and I spit that mug back out, straight down my mama's shirt, right in the back. Fast as it went in, the fast it came out, man. Straight down the back of her shirt. And
oh no!
Ever since then, I ain't getting no more onion chips.
How bad was the beating that Mama Les gave you?
No, my old man fortunately thought it was pretty funny.
So he saved you.
He saved me because her whole attitude switched to him.
Oh man. You know, it's funny how that can happen.
Yeah.
You know.
Fathers can save their sons. All they got to do is make fun of their mamas. And it's over at that point.
See my sunburn up here?
Dog, I didn't see it right there. I was going to hit you with it. You're looking pretty rosy.
Oh, man.
You hilarious, dude.
Les.
Yeah, man.
I sent you a video earlier in the week.
You did?
I couldn't get off of this thing, man. From our standpoint of the man space, we don't really talk about current events. We don't talk politics.
Nope.
We try to stay out of that because here's the thing. People see enough of that all day long that they need an escape. So, yeah, we do get on some heavy issues from time to time. But for the most part, we want you to relax and have fun when you listen to the man space.
True that.
But this thing just was like a slap in the face. Let me set the scene for the Man Space Nation.
Okay.
There is a South African fashion designer by the name of Daniel Gobini. And he created this line of ties. And the ties are designed to look like nooses. The ties are known as Daniel's rope ties. They're selling all across South Africa.
And they selling out.
Yeah.
They're very popular.
Very popular in South Africa.
Yep.
Well, when the images of this spread to the US, there became a whole lot of outrage. You know, I am all for supporting Black businesses. I support small businesses in general, but this one I can't get behind. By no means. What in your right mind would make you think that designing a tie that looks like a noose is a good idea?
Well, so I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit.
Okay.
Being ignorant to someone else's culture doesn't make you super smart, if that makes any sense, right? But here's my issue is that he is from Africa and he knows the plight of African Americans. Why in God's green earth would you do such a thing?
His comment was,
here we go with the BS.
I thought what is something new that has never been done in fashion? I asked myself, can the same rope that has been used to take someone's life, can it be used for a better purpose? Can the same object be used in a different way? So I thought of it as the tie.
Yeah, I don't agree with all of that. But anyway, if this would have been another culture and they did such things, it would be a national outrage. Excuse me, wouldn't be a national outrage. It would be a outrage.
It'd be an international incident, essentially.
Essentially, it could have been.
He says, I would like to extend my apologies to my Black brothers and sisters in America. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I'm sorry to the people who see this as something bad. But he's not stopping selling them.
Nope. Why would he? Let's be real about it. Why would he? His market is not here.
Yeah.
This is not his market. But there'll be some fools running around with it.
There'll be somebody that's going to think it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree 100%.
You know, when I was trying to find more and more information about this, you know, I started Googling it and I saw where there was an incident with the fashion designer Burberry where they had a hoodie. Yeah. And the strings from the hoodie were tied into a noose.
Well, they weren't actually a noose.
It looked. It gave the appearance.
It gave the appearance of, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That's not the first person though, but look at, what was that? What was the name of that store? H&M with their advertisement with the little boy, you know, let's go wild or something like that. Looked like a little monkey, a little black boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I hate to say it's H&M if it wasn't H&M, but I know it was one of them stores the big fellas can't buy clothes in. I know that much.
You know, but even looking up for more information for this, there was a site out there and they sell a silk necktie with the imprint of a rope on it. So you're tying this rope around your neck. So if you're not paying attention, it looks like an everyday average tie.
Right.
But when you see that imprint, it's the imprint of a rope all across this tie.
Right.
When you click on it, it says designs your friends will like. Like, what?
Not my friends.
Right.
Well, let's say this. Not my supposedly friends. Because these last few years, a lot of things have shown themselves. So, you know, people that you thought you were friends, but you're no longer friends with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In certain instances. But yeah, that's crazy, man. But you know, the hidden agenda is everywhere, bro.
True.
The hidden agenda is everywhere. You just have to be smart enough to see it. You know what I mean? Open up our eyes and see this stuff that's going on. But the agenda is out there already. That's for sure. Craziness, right?
So I want to read a few more comments from Daniel. This was posted on September 2nd. If this work reminds Americans about lynchings in the past, it is now time for change. That when people see a rope, all they think is suicidal and lynchings. Can't anything good come out of that same object? Now, my answer is hell no.
Absolutely.
Come on, man. There are people killed from guns and knives, but we still have printed guns and knives on clothes. Therefore, what's the difference with mine if they all symbolize death?
And that's a whole problem.
Yours symbolizes oppression, not just death. It is used as a symbol to cause fear.
Yep.
To hold down a population of people. That is the difference.
And that's what people got to understand.
My work is never about disrespecting victims, but we need to adapt to a new thing. Check out all my rope wear designs. I don't owe this Americans anything, and I did not apologize for that matter. I love what I do, and I am happy with the support I have from my own country. I believe if this initiative was from the USA, this wouldn't be this far. In fact, they would have got the support because they all want to be dominant. Daniel rope ties not to end soon.
Wow. That says something right there about who he is as a person.
That is just straight being naive.
Yep. Yeah.
See, this guy claims that he's getting the support from his own country, and I really don't believe he's getting that kind of support in Africa, even though he claims that it's selling across South Africa.
Nope.
See, lynching and all this wasn't just here in America. This was stuff that happened across Europe, across Africa, across South Africa. Come on, man. Come on, man. Shoot, apartheid ain't that far removed.
Right.
This stuff was still going on in the 80s. Come on, man. This is a straight disrespectful thing. If you want to make a tie out of a rope, heck, we all wore bolo ties back in the day. They didn't look like a noose. Heck, I still got some pictures of my photo album where I had a bolo tie on.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. You know, and I try to stay clear of, well, you know, we do this show every week, and we stay pretty clear of political agendas and any of those type of things, because, you know, we know it could be catastrophic to somebody.
It's a hot button. It's a hot button
for absolutely. So, you know, we tend to stay away from that stuff. But stuff like this, man, you got to really see through this mess, you know, and that's exactly what it is. It's just mess. The comments are mess. You know, the tie is a mess. We just got to keep ourselves clear, all of that dumb stuff, man, and keep it moving. Because I'll tell you what, a lot of these cats out here, they don't care about it.
No, they don't. There's going to be a whole generation of kids, teens, and young adults that will not have any idea of what this stuff means.
No clue.
No clue, because, you know, now they want to erase it from school. If we don't talk about it, it didn't happen.
Yeah, it's going to be okay. Let's forget about it.
Let's just forget about it.
Yeah, but there's so much history. And this is another subject. I'm really just learning about a lot of things, you know, in history. I come from a public school.
It wasn't taught.
It wasn't taught to us in this fashion.
Right.
The only way you learn this stuff is you get into college and you do Afro-American studies, and it says Afro. You know what I'm saying? And then they're not even telling you the real truth.
Bro, I graduated from Jefferson Davis High School. The Confederate flag is on the seal of my diploma. Like, what? They're not going to teach you in schools that all of these schools that are named after Confederate leadership, all of these monuments and statues, like, oh, it's our history, blah, 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 blah. No, all of this stuff was only put in place just as a result of the civil rights movement, man.
They don't tell you what led up to all of that, where it all came from. You know, all they want to teach you about is the Underground Railroad, the slave ships. You know what I'm saying? The Civil War. Oh, here's a few Black inventors. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That's what, and it's the same people: Martin Luther King, Malcolm X,
George Washington Carver,
you know, Charles Drew.
Like in Alabama, we were one of the last states to recognize the Martin Luther King holiday. But when they did, they made it a holiday recognizing Martin Luther King and Robert E. Lee. So it's always called the King Lee holiday.
Craziness, right?
As a way of saying, you can have this, but here's that little slap. We're going to give you a little slap with it too.
You know, all of these people, Rosa Parks, every kid knows who Jesse Jackson is, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, because that's basically all they teaching them in school.
Most of the kids only know about Rosa Parks because there was a song.
Outkast, exactly. And here's the thing, what they really don't know about is she sued Outkast because she didn't want her name in the rap lyrics. But they gave that woman money just, you know, to keep it there, when she should have been flattered that they knew who she was and named a song after her. That was their homage to her. And I just felt a certain kind of way about that. I've always had, though. But there's so many others out here, and there's so much other things that went on, and people pay no attention to it. We got to do better. Our history, I'm not going to stand on the soapbox today. I want us to do better. Yeah. Learn more, teach more. That's the whole thing, is teach more. We allow the school system to teach our children, but we should be teaching our children what the school system don't teach our children.
That's exactly it right there. I was talking to my daughter over the weekend. Mm-hmm. We were talking about Spanish.
Okay.
I'm like, how many years did you take Spanish in school? 4 years. I'm like, okay. And you can't have a conversation in Spanish? She's like, no, I can read it, but I can't have a full conversation. If you talk to me in Spanish, I can pick out enough to understand what you're talking about, but I can't respond to you.
Right.
I'm like, okay. And you took 4 years of Spanish? She said, yes. She said, 1 year we had a teacher that was fresh out of school who didn't know Spanish. So she was using a Spanish speaking student to translate stuff for her.
What?
Right. We had another teacher who didn't care at all. So all we did was watch videos. So then I'm like, okay, but you were a valedictorian of this high school. I'm like questioning the validity.
Exactly. The validity of all of these things in your grades. And,
right.
Yeah. Our kids come out of school, I think, at some point dumber than they go in.
Little Russ, when she was coming up through high school, she went to a majority Black high school.
Right.
She had her cell phone. I could see what's going on her data plan.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, why is she on Netflix all day?
Sitting in class.
Right.
Watching movies. Yeah.
Because the teachers are not teaching these kids anything.
Yeah.
Turn
in this paper, read this. And then you reading it, but you got your head down and you on your phone.
Yeah.
So you done watched a series while you in school in a week. Come home and she telling you about the series.
Right.
You got to watch this. This is a good series. Boardwalk is great. How you know? I watched it in school.
It's so many things in the school system that is just straight up wrong.
Yeah.
And the stuff that they want to focus on and try to teach these kids, it's not connecting.
Not at all.
It's not connecting.
No.
I'm like, why should they force somebody to learn chemistry when they don't know history? They don't know how to speak properly.
Come on, man.
I mean,
and that's all I'm talking about, man. But you got to give these kids something legitimately to fight, to fend for,
right.
So they can fend for themselves.
Why isn't home ec even in schools anymore?
I have no clue, bro.
Why isn't auto mechanics in
school? Wood shop.
That stuff should be taught.
Shop should be taught.
You know why? It's because minorities were coming out of high school and getting jobs making $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year with only a high school diploma. So they changed it and took all those things out of high school. And then they started saying on these job applications that you needed a 4-year degree. Most people that are in a job right now are not working in the field. They went to a college for. All right. That's a show for another day.
Yeah. That's right. We can go find 5 kids off the street and we can hand them a flat tip screwdriver and a Phillips screwdriver, a Phillips head, a pair of pliers and a pair of channel locks. And I bet you they couldn't name all 4.
Sure couldn't.
I bet you they can't name all 4 of them tools. Those are 4 very basic tools. You could do a lot with those 4 tools.
Don't ask them what a ratchet is.
They're going to say that girl down there on the corner.
That over there.
That over there. She for the streets. Why we make jokes about everything?
I know.
Oh, my God.
As we do each week, we like to close the show with a little bit of inspiration. Now, a lot of times we are our own worst critics. A lot of times, like when I finish the show, I sit down and I start thinking about it. And I'm like, man, I didn't like that part, or I could have said that a little bit better. I don't have a speech impediment. It's like, why the heck am I stuttering? You know, we're peeling the curtain back a little bit on the Man Space podcast here for the nation. I edit that stuff out.
That's all, folks.
See, when we criticize ourselves, we tend to disrespect ourselves. See, we're taught as children, or should be taught as children, not to disrespect others. So we shouldn't disrespect ourselves either.
That's right.
See, so many times we end up calling ourselves fat. We call ourselves lazy. We call ourselves stupid. And we do this so much that we start to believe it ourselves. See, that is the power of thought. When those self-loathing thoughts start to creep up in your mind, how about do this? Forgive yourself. Give yourself praise. Give yourself words of self-acceptance. Give yourself words of love.
Right.
So what I'm going to challenge the Man Space Nation with today is take the pledge. I will not disrespect myself any longer.
I will not disrespect myself any longer. So I can't call myself a fat body no more.
No.
Dang. Okay. Well, I won't do it. I will not disrespect myself.
Don't disrespect yourself, man.
Man, that was awesome, though.
It's so much about the power of thought and how if you believe something, if you start thinking it, you start to believe it, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We talk about how you can claim what you want by speaking it into existence. But if you start putting those thoughts in your mind of being lazy, of being stupid, you're going to start believing those things.
I agree.
I can't accomplish these things, right? So, be positive. Start putting positive thoughts in your mind. Start forgiving yourself for making the mistake. You can do so much more with your life at that point, man.
Yep. I agree 100%, man. I'm going to tell you, I wasn't a big believer in that. I started believing in myself and talking to myself and affirmations. It works.
Yeah,
it works. And I don't want to, be over here preaching about all of that. But let me tell you, it works.
That's right.
Self-talk is it could either be the greatest thing in the world or the most dangerous thing in the world. Mm-hmm. You choose. Because how you talk to yourself is how you allow others to talk to you as well.
Right.
Man.
Your brain is the most powerful computer in the world.
That's it.
The amount of things your brain has to process. And if you keep feeding your brain negativity,
you'll live through that negativity.
Mm-hmm.
You will always have that negativity. Always. Man, my brother. Somehow you always seem to bring that righteousness every week.
That's what I do, man. That's what I do. And as I get ready to have my deacon pass that collection plate.
Doctor, deacon doctor.
Only hit the collection plate with stuff that folds.
That's it. That's it. We like them green and can fold, baby. That's it.
And on that note,
we out of here.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Man Space.
Whichever platform you listen to us on, make sure you subscribe and don't miss a show.
Remember to keep up with all the Man Space updates on our website, themanspacepodcast.com.
And you can follow us on Instagram at manspacenat1.
Until next time, Man Space Nation, he's Les, I am Russ, and we are out
of here. Looking pretty rosy.